All right. Looks like we are, oops, pulled up the wrong thing there. Pulled up the wrong thing there. How's doing this? Oh, here we go. Okay, hang on a second. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, we're live. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Cool. Bam. There we go. We are officially live. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We are officially live. Looks like Karen is in first. We got Adolf hanging out with us here too. Awesome. We got more people joining. Good, good, good. Gonna let Facebook warm up and kind of do its thing as it always does. Got more and more people coming on board here. Awesome stuff here. Awesome stuff. We got Carlos in the house. We got emails going off, man. This thing is just getting absolutely cray. Absolutely cray, but having fun, man. We're having a lot of fun. So just going to get warmed up with Facebook here and let it do its thing. I know we had a lot of people looking to join the group in the last minute or two here with some emails going out and everything, getting everybody on board. I got a couple of my all-in members here with me now. We got Dequan in the house. What is going on, my man? Good to see you guys. We got more people joining in. Awesome. Loving it. Andres in the house. Welcome, Andres from Puerto Rico. Actually, no, are you in Puerto Rico or are you in the DR, man? I think you're in Puerto Rico. But either way, yeah, drop a comment. Let me know. Hey, do me a favor. When you guys get on board, when you guys get tuned into this, we got Tony in the house. Let me know where you guys are from. Down in the comment box down below, drop a comment. Let me know where you guys are from so we can give you guys a shout out. So just about to get this thing underway here. For those of you guys that are brand new to the My Six Figure Business page, just want to officially welcome you. My name is Daniel Kump, and I'm going to give you guys a little bit about my story. Just want to say hi to some folks. Sean Brannigan, how you doing? Mike, good to see you, man. Andres, you are in Puerto Rico. Okay, awesome. We got more people coming on board. Another all-in member, Tony Babb. Welcome, buddy. Welcome. Good to see you, man. Listen, here's the deal. Don Powers, another all-in member joining in right now. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Dallas, Texas. We got Mike from Dallas, Texas. Anybody else from Texas? I know I'm in Haverhill, Massachusetts right now, hanging out up here. Carlos, Milford, Mass. Milford and Haverhill, we're actually really, really close, man, which is really awesome. So good stuff there. Tony's from Virginia Beach. Awesome. Well, listen, really appreciate you guys tuning in and super excited to kick off this webinar. So many awesome things are happening right now. Maui, Hawaii, originally from Dedham, Massachusetts. Awesome, Karen. Appreciate that. Liz in the house. Liz, do me a favor, drop me a comment. Let me know where you guys are from. Good to see you guys again. Thank you guys for being here. So I'm going to bring out some guests in a little bit, and please, you guys are just tuning in, watch this entire webinar because we're going to have some really, really amazing guests on tonight that are going to give some super huge golden nuggets. And also you guys are going to get to learn why we're super excited about 2020 and helping you live your best life in 2020. And really, that's what this webinar is all about tonight. So big announcement tonight. We're going to talk about how you guys can live your best life in 2020 and also how you guys can get started 100% free. But before that, Sean Yar from Wisconsin. Awesome, brother. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. My name is Daniel Kump. For those of you guys that don't know me, I have been in the online space now for actually almost 4 years. It's really been about 3.5 years. I got my start in network marketing when I was in my early 20s, and to date myself, I'm 42 now, but got bit by the network marketing bug early on in my early 20s. But guys, for the past 3.5 years, I've been online. I've been part of several different business opportunities, and I've really kind of tried to, as best as I possibly can, kind of stick to one thing. And for the last few years, I made my decision. I got at it. I started going at it. When I first got started online, I really had no idea what I was doing. I juggled like 9 or 10 or 12. I was kind of like that dude with the trench coat, like, it'd open up and have like all these different business opportunities in it. Like that was me when I first started, because I was really trying to just get my feet wet. I didn't really know what I was doing, but I got in there, I did it, I learned. And then I kind of picked one thing. I kind of got smart and I picked one thing and I stuck with it for a couple of years. I made a lot of money, got into a couple other things along the way, but I've learned along the way a lot of kind of what works online and what does not work online. And that's kind of what we want to share with you guys tonight. And when you guys learn about this business opportunity that we're talking about here, you guys are going to see, like, plain and simple, this is one of the most exciting things I've ever seen, to the point where, guys, over the last year has been a really, really, really challenging year, to the point where, we had some really good things happen in business, had some really tragic things happen in my personal life, not just once, but twice this year. And this business opportunity came along at probably the most picture perfect time that it probably could have happened, where I was doing a lot of reflecting in life. I was doing a lot of just kind of soul searching and figure out, like, am I on the path that I want to be on? Am I in the right place at the right time? Is this really home for me? Is this really, really where I want to be? And this opportunity was presented to me. It was actually first presented to me about a month ago. And about a month ago, I kind of was like, I was pushing it away. I was like, nope, I'm just going to stick to my guns. I'm going to stick to one thing. I'm going to do my thing. And then yet another tragedy happened. And that completely just shifted a lot of things in my business. It shifted a lot of things in my life. It made me step back and think and just really start to try to navigate, like I mentioned to you earlier, am I on the right path? And I realized that I needed to heal. I needed to heal on the inside. I needed to heal on the outside. I needed to heal in many different ways, in my spirit, my soul, and just really focusing on the future. And this opportunity is helping me do just that. It is truly helping me heal. So I know if it can do it for me after all I've been through, I know it can do it for you. And that is why I am set out to help as many people live their best life in 2020 as humanly possible. So for you, that's what this is all about. So if you want to live your best life in 2020, watch this entire webinar, because we're going to do everything that we can to give you all the best information. But before we get there, I'm going to bring out a special guest that I have met in person twice now. Has super, super awesome guy, super, super humble, and just really down to earth. But he also gets really, really, really amazing results online. So much that he's actually earned over $7 million online. And what's great is I got to meet him the first time, and he just seemed super down to earth, super chill, really cool, casual, great guy. And I was like, man, I just really I want to be like in his inner circle. I want to kind of be like in his, like, you always hear this phrase that you are who you surround yourself with, right? So you either surround yourself with people that lift you up, or you surround yourself with people that pull you down. And that's really it. So I want to surround myself with people that lift me up, and I want to surround myself with people that I can look to for advice, people that I can look to as mentors. And that is my next guest. And then after that, we're going to bring on the CEO, the one and only CEO of this business opportunity that we're so excited for in 2020. And he's going to tell you why he's excited, and he's going to share some absolutely amazing things. And he can also answer all your questions. We're going to probably give you guys a tour through the back office and show you guys why we're super excited for this. But first and foremost, let me bring on my very first guest. His name is Paulo Barroso, and he is from the United Kingdom. However, right now he's actually down in Florida hanging out with the CEO. But I'm going to bring my guest on right now. Let me go over here and bring this man on, and you're going to get to hear from him. You're going to get to hear his story. And guys, do yourself a favor, have a pen, have some paper, take notes, and get ready to learn some really awesome stuff. I'm going to bring you on here. There we are. We are good to go. Paulo, good to see you, my brother. Good to see you.
Thanks, Daniel. Thanks for having me on, man. Blessed to be
anytime,
here.
Dude. Anytime I can get in the same room, even if it's kind of virtually. Anytime if I can get, it's a good time. And I noticed we both shop at the same store. We look like we got the same.
I know, right? What's going on here?
We're taking it serious now. We're taking it serious. So, but hey, listen, man, thank you for being here. I really, really appreciate it. There's been a lot of momentum, a lot of excitement, a lot of buzz in the industry right now. So if you would, man, just, to our group here, just introduce yourself, kind of just tell them a little bit about you and how you got started, and really just why you're so excited right now for 2020.
First of all, I'm truly blessed to be here, man. So thanks for having me. Thanks for even listening to me, man. It's a truly blessing to be here to serve you guys. So my name is Paulo Barroso, as Daniel gave me a wonderful introduction. I am a 7-figure earner. I've made actually close to $8 million in the past decade. So I've been very successful online for the past 10 years. But let me tell you something, guys. He hasn't always been this way. Okay. I come from very, very humble beginnings. I'm actually a Portuguese immigrant, believe it or not. And I think you can gather that by my accent that English is not my first language. So I want you guys to use me as an inspiration that you guys and girls here on this call can do it also. I want you guys to have the belief that I am really nothing special. Seriously, I'm just an average guy, but I was hungry for success, and therefore the reason why I never give up. So to give you a brief story about myself, I'm not going to bore you with all the details and all that, but I grew up in Portugal until I was 18 years old, and I spoke no English. I immigrated to England when I was 18 with no English, and I went there for an adventure. I wanted a better life. I wanted to travel the world, and I ended up, moving to England. Got into the profession of printing. So I was in 3D printing, digital printing, which was just a job to pay the bills because I wasn't passionate about that. So I worked long shifts. I did 12-hour days. And guess what, guys? I was always broke. I was so bad at money management and really managing my money. It wasn't even a joke. I remember the days when I used to get paid on the 1st, and guess what? 2 weeks later, by the 15th, I was already broke. I was already running out of money, and it was a constant stress. I never knew how on earth am I going to survive until the end of the month and pay all my bills, because I still had bills to pay. So life was a struggle. And guess what, guys? My English wasn't even that great. So I struggled with English. I didn't have a college education. I didn't finish university. I really had no special skills. And yet I was working in this printing company, earning a salary that didn't pay me enough. And I was just constantly broke. And I knew deep down in my heart that there was a better life for me out there, until one day, because I started to get depressed because I was married. I had 2 babies. And I didn't have enough money to feed my babies. And me being a Latino, being the head of the house, because my wife wasn't working, I felt less than a man. What's going on here? I'm working 12-hour shifts. I work hard, but I don't have enough money to look after my babies. I don't have time to see them either, because I was a part-time dad. I remember getting up at 5:30 in the morning to go to work to London, which was 60 miles away from where I lived, and then coming home at 9:30 at night. And guess what? My babies were asleep. I was like a part-time dad. It broke my heart.
Those are long days, man. Long days.
Long days. True story. Sometimes even 7 days a week. Dude, I work hard. I didn't have a problem with that because I've always been a hardworking person. But what broke me was, why am I not enjoying my life? I'm working 12-hour shifts, but why am I not be able to look after my kids? Why am I not be able to spend time with that? Why am I not be able to take them to Disney World in Florida that I always promised them? Oh, Daddy, one day he's going to take you to Disney World, because that was the dream. And I could not fulfill that dream. I could not give them the best things in life that I wanted to provide for my family. It broke me, Daniel. It really did, man. And for the longest time, I wanted to change, but I just didn't know how. Until one day, I was getting depressed. I was really having a hard time at work. And I just wanted to change my life, man. And I sat down and I jot down on a piece of paper, what do I want to do with my life? What do I want? What do I like? Who am I? And I started to work out that I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I always wanted to be my own boss. I never, ever wanted to work for somebody else. I wanted to be my own boss because I knew that to achieve true time and financial freedom, you gotta have some sort of business where you work for yourself. So I jot down a few things what I like. I like the internet. I like to work from home. Why? Because I want to be with my kids. I want to be able to see them growing. I want to be able to take them to school and all that. So I came to a conclusion then I want to work from home. And what you do when you want to work from home and earn extra money online, you go on the internet, right? And you start Googling stuff. So I spent 10 years, guys, no word of a lie. I started my quest with this internet thing in 2000. And for 10 years, guess what I did? I joined every single opportunity that was out there. Dennis laughing because he knows
Like
what
me
I'm
in the
talking about,
beginning, I was like,
right?
hey, do you want this? Do you want this one? Do you want this one?
Dude, I was buying everything because I had a job.
Yep.
So although I was broke, I would always find the money to join the next shiny object syndrome. So I was
Yep.
joining everything. And let me tell you something. One thing that I was really good at. Do you want to know what it was? I was good at failing. I failed at everything. I would
Yep.
join a business a week later because I've made no money. I would just give up. And then guess what? I would blame my sponsor, or I would blame the compensation plan, or I
Sure.
would blame the owner. I mean, I was always pointing fingers out. Oh, that guy doesn't help me. Oh, this guy doesn't help me. The compensation plan doesn't work. Blah 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 blah. I was always blaming others,
Yep.
but guess what? But not myself. And then one day I got really tired of spending, God no, I'm sure I've invested over thirty to $40,000 in all these schemes. Some of them really good, some of them complete scams. But that's not what we got to talk about tonight. Really, in reality, it was really me. I wasn't succeeding because it was me, but I didn't know this until I decided. I had an epiphany. I had a breakthrough, and I thought, what if instead of me just joining all these crazy opportunities, I find a mentor? You know, I go and find someone like a role model that's already successful, and I'm just gonna beg this guy to help me, and I did that. So I looked on the internet again. I found the guy, someone who was very successful online, someone who was doing over back then $250,000 a month. Oh my God! I went like, this guy is he's gotta be my mentor.
Most people can't even fathom
Oh,
that
dude,
amount of money. It's crazy.
absolutely, man. I mean, the most that I've made on with my job was like $5,000. So
Yep.
this guy was making 250, was like up here. Out of the blue, I managed to get his phone. I called him. Guess what happened? Back in those days, this is going back 2009, 2010. He actually answered the phone, and I'm like, "Is this?" I won't mention his name. And he said, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Dude, you're on another level, man. I see you online. You're blowing up. I see obviously your lifestyle. I've been struggling for 10 years. I'm hungry. Will you
Yep.
teach me?" And he went, "Dude, yeah, join my team, come to this Facebook group or whatever it was then. I think it was like webinars that he was doing.
Yep.
I'll take you under my wing, I'll teach you." And I'm like, whoa, I'm like, I'm all in. And the first thing that he said to me when we start talking was like, "I can tell already what your problem is and why." Because I told him my story. I told him why I
Yep.
was just failing at everything. And the first thing he told me, and this was a breakthrough for me, was, "Paulo, you are not succeeding in all these companies and you keep failing. Do you want me to tell you why?" And I was like, "Dude, yeah, that's the $1 million question, please." And he goes, "You are failing because of your mindset." Bam! I went like, "What? Mindset? What is mindset? Mindset?" Dude,
Everybody that's watching right now, guys, do me a favor, drop a comment, drop mindset down in the comment down below, because you guys hear me talk about an online business all the time. If you want to succeed with an online business, it takes three things. Okay. Number one is mindset. Number two and number three are completely irrelevant if you don't have number one. Okay. Number two is traffic. Number three is conversions, but all starts with mindset.
dude, mindset is where the bacon is. It really is the foundation of everything. So in the beginning, I'm like confused. And he starts telling me, "Paulo, you listen to me. The reason why you're failing is because you're the most negative dude I've ever come across in my life." And I'm like, "What?" And I was, but I didn't see it. You see, the ego gets in the way. And he started drilling into me. "You negative. Tell me why you failed." "Oh, I failed in my first company because my sponsor didn't help me." And he just smiled. You're pointing the finger out, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yes, goddamn, I am. And I failed also because guess what? They changed the compensation plan.
Yep.
He was just laughing. He's just, "Dude, you pointing the fingers out when?" And he turned his fingers over to me. "Turn your fingers over to you." And I'm like this. He said, "Yeah, because you are the problem." And I'm like, "Really? Me?" The ego kicks in again. "There's nothing wrong with me. I'm all right. I'm doing okay." "No, you're not, dude. You're failing because of you." And he dropped another bomb. And he said, "Have you noticed that in any problem that you have in your life, any problem, any companies you join, any problems, you are always there?" And I'm start thinking, you know what, this dude might be right. And you know what? I just humbled myself. I emptied my cup. And I turned to him and I said, dude, teach me. I'm open. And he was like, good. Now you're ready.
Yep.
Come on, let's start this this mindset feast for 30 days. And I'm like, what you mean? Have you watched The Karate Kid, Paolo? I said, yeah, man, that's my favorite movie in the world. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm Mr. Miyagi, you Daniel's son. Go and wax the car. And he started telling me to read these books. He told me to listen to, guys, please make a note of this, The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. It was an audio that went on for about 30 minutes long.
Yep.
1950s, it sounded like, because of the audio was a little bit cranky. And anyway, you need to listen to this for 30 days, Paulo. You got to read this book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, for 30 days. No music. When you go in the car, don't listen to the radio. No negative news, nothing, no media. When you go to your work, don't whine and bitch about the boss around the coffee machine. Go to your office, do your work. No negativity for 30 days. And I want you to do this every single day. Listen to Bob Proctor, Jim Rohn, and listen to The Strangest Secret. And I want you to read the book for 30 days, which was called Think and Grow Rich.
Yep.
I'm like, okay, my cup was empty. My ego, I was trying to suppress my ego. Whatever I got to lose, my back was against the wall. That he was the guy earning $250,000 a month, not me. And I'm like, you know what? I don't understand it. I came here to learn karate, and you asking me to wax the cars. I don't get it yet.
Just like the Karate Kid.
Just like the Karate Kid. So for some of you, you probably get this analogy. So I start doing that. I would jump in the car in the morning instead of putting Capital FM and listen to the news and how the world was going to shit. I was listening to Jim Rohn. I was listening to Bob Proctor.
Yep.
Actually, I started listening to The Secret, which opened my eyes. And I started learning about the law of attraction and how you got to be positive and you got to see the world with different lenses. And all this was new to me. And I was listening that I would get home and I would listen to The Strangest Secret every single night for 30 days. And I started reading Think and Grow Rich. I was doing everything my mentor told me. And guess what, guys? I'm not going to lie to you. Things didn't change automatically. I'm not going to lie and say by magic a week later, man,
Yep.
Daniel became a million. No, it wasn't like that. Third week on, I started noticing a difference. That was like a purpose now.
Yep.
The depression was kind of not gone completely, but I wasn't feeling depressed. By week 4, I started getting feedback. Listen to this, guys. I started getting feedback from my coworkers saying, "What the heck is wrong with you?" And I'm like, "What you mean? Your aura." They use the word aura. Your aura is up. You smiling more. We can see you smiling, because I never used to smile at work because I hated the office. I hated that job.
Yep.
You always used to put my head down and just not be happy. And they start seeing a new Paulo. And that was the confirmation I needed, that what I was doing every single day was finally working. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Did I become a millionaire overnight and start making $5,000 a day because of those audios and that? No. But my mindset was changing. I was starting to think more positive. I was starting to see the world with different lenses. And then I went to my mentor and I gave him the good news. Dude, I'm feeling so much better. And he again confirmed back to me, Paulo, I can see it. I can feel it, that your vibe is different. You're talking in a different language even. You're ready now for me to teach you marketing.
Yep.
So the first month, really, all he was doing was just teaching me mindset. Read this, read that, leave me alone, go and do your work. You won't even check on me. You got to do it for 30 days. Do not come back to me until you do it. And I did it, guys. Absolutely changed my life, because do you know what happened? I went beyond the 30 days. I didn't want to put those books down because I started feeling the effect. It was like a drug to me.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to do the same thing that I was doing before, which was listening to the news, sit in front of the TV for 4 hours after I came back from work. I didn't want to do that. Why? Because my life was broken. I had to change my habits. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yep. I want to stop you there for 1 second too, because for those of you guys that know my story, I mean, and this, I'm going to tie it right into something like you just said, the words like a drug. Because, you know, for those of you guys that don't know me and don't fully know my story, which I've shared here before, but I'll kind of give you the brief 5-second version. Our son Lucas passed away earlier this year in June. And coming out of that, I used to say affirmations every single day. And all the affirmations leading up to that were really about family and him and future and everything else. And for 3, maybe even 4 months after that, after he passed, I didn't say any affirmations. I used to say them religiously every single day, almost at the same time. And I didn't say any because I had to recraft the words. I couldn't find the words. And that was the most challenging part, is I could not find the words that I could speak into existence that would give me the feeling that I had prior. And for those of you guys that have children, I mean, I'm sure you can only just partially guess what it's like. And it was a very challenging time. But the point is, I was able to keep moving forward every day. I would, even if it was like an inch, a centimeter, I just tried to progress a little bit. And then I was finally able to recraft some affirmations that now I use, our son as strength, as courage, as motivation, as like a guiding beacon of light. And I can tell you, to what Paulo said about like being like a drug, I have written down a new set of affirmations, and then I rewrote them, and then rewrote them, and then rewrote them. And then finally, when I felt like I got it right, and I say them out loud, and I say them out loud, and I say them out loud, when you get that part of your brain, when you get that part of your spirit and your mind and everything locked in, it's like a drug. It's like a high. You just like, you fall into this zone, and it's absolutely amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And you really can't compare it to anything. So to exactly what Paulo said, when you can get your mindset right, and you can get yourself in a mental zone to really focus on you and what you want to bring into your life, and what you want to bring into your family's life, and what you want to, pull into your life so you can experience that on a greater level, it is literally like a drug. And I can tell you that from experience. I think you just, Paulo, hit the nail on the head by saying that. So I just wanted to, I know I didn't mean to like cut you off there, but I just want to share that because you're absolutely right. And that just triggered something. And it was just, I had to share that with people, because like when you're dialed in and you can get it up, you right up here, because this right up here, what's between the ears, that's what allows you to succeed, or that's what allows you to fail. It's not the comp plan. It's not the products. It's not the service. It's not the CEO. It's not the Facebook community. It's none of that. It's right here. That's it. Period.
And that was really the biggest secret I've learned, and the reason why for 10 years I wasn't succeeding. I always thought it was the compensation plan. I always thought it was the company and the products and the CEO and everything outside myself. And once I realized that it was always me, and the problem was always me. And if you guys are not succeeding, some of you maybe are here tonight because you want to learn how to succeed, look inwards. I was looking outwards. And guys, it took me 10 years to learn this. I failed for 10 years because I was looking outwards, never at me. I always thought my problems were outwards. It was the sponsor, it was the company, it was the compensation plan, it was the products that didn't work, whatever. Once my mentor, again, the guy who was making $250,000 a month, he must have known a thing or two about how to succeed, right?
He knew something.
He knew something. I asked him, teach me, what is it? And with one single word, he told me the secret, which was mindset.
Yep.
And if you guys want to take that on board and you start looking inwards and you start thinking, you know what, maybe he's right, maybe he is me. And I know the ego will kick in and say, nah, I'm all right. That's not me. Paulo, it's nuts. It can't be me. But he is you. And I know it's hard. I know it's hard to believe, but it's always you. And the minute that you accept that is you and you want to change, the world's your oyster. So every time someone asks me, what's your secret, man? How did you manage to make like 7-8 million in the past 10 years? I always say the same, dude, it was always me. I had to change myself. So I spend a lot of time in my self-development. Was it easy? No. Was it worth it? Yeah. And I want you guys, again, to use me as an inspiration, because trust me, there's nothing special about me. I'm just an average guy who was hungry for success, and I found a way. And I'm now telling you what the secret is. And Daniel, he agrees, and he's nodding with his head saying yes, because it was the same thing with him. It's always mindset.
Yep.
We've got to grow ourselves first and do some self-development, do some search, some soul searching, because it's really us. So once I reprogrammed my mind, because I had a lot of limited beliefs, I hated myself, I couldn't really face the guy in the mirror. That was number one. And then I had problems with money because I grew up in a middle-class family where my dad used to say things like, you know, we are not rich, but at least we are honest. Whatever that means.
Doesn't pay the bills though.
Doesn't pay the bills though. Oh, money doesn't grow on trees.
Yeah.
Who do you think I am, Rockefeller? You know, things like that. So I grew up having a lot of issues with money, and I didn't know this until my adulthood, you know. But once I figured it out, it was all in the mind. You know, if you would have told me 10 years ago, if I would be comfortable earning $8 million, I would say, you crazy? 8 million, what? Impossible, because my financial thermostat was so low. You know, I didn't have the confidence or the belief even that I could do that. I had people telling me that I would never amount to anything.
Yep.
True story. I had a manager once who told me that, Paulo, you will never amount to anything. But anyway, it's all about self-development. It's all about believing in yourself and then doing the work. I already told you guys the steps, you know, the Stranger's Secret, reading Think and Grow Rich and all that. That requires willpower, yeah. And maybe by day 7, you got to give up because it's stupid. I know it's not easy. That's why 95% of people who come online, sometimes they don't succeed.
Yep.
Because they don't want to do the foundation work, or maybe they don't even know it. So me and Danny, we are already giving you the farm. We're already telling you, get the foundation right with your mindset, and everything else is easy. Do you know what my mentor told me? The marketing, I can teach a monkey. Use these words. I'm not even kidding you. Yeah. I can teach a monkey how to market. The mindset, that's the toughest thing.
Yep.
I cannot teach you that. That you got to do it for yourself.
Yep.
So with that said, guys, I don't want to stay here too long because obviously we've got a very special guest coming on this call. I'm going to let Daniel take over now. I'll be here obviously with you guys on this call. I don't know if you got to end with a Q&A, even if you guys want to ask me any questions, we'll be around to help you. And with that said, thank you so much for listening to my story. Yep. I hope I inspired at least one of you.
Oh yeah.
My goal is always not to, you know, try to change everybody on this call, but if I can get at least one of you to get me and to do the steps, hey, I've done my job. Daniel, thanks so much for having me, man. I really appreciate
Anytime, man. Anytime. Guys, do me a favor, throw some hearts and likes down for Paulo down there. Let him know that you guys got some value. Drop a hashtag value, a hashtag Paulo, hashtag mindset, hashtag awesome, whatever it is. But share that out down there if you would. All right. So guys, our next guest is plain and simple, someone who I have known for a very, very, very short amount of time, but super excited to get to know in person and just hear more about. And I want you guys to hear directly from him. He is the CEO and founder of a company called Heal. And Heal is exactly what I needed to be doing. I needed to heal on the inside. I need to heal moving forward. And I am super excited to be part of this opportunity, guys. And I'm going to let Steven take over, but I'm super excited that he's even here hanging out with us. And we are like the three amigos with our sports coats on tonight. It's kind of cool. Steven, thank you so much for being here. You're hanging out with my tribe, my inner circle, my peeps. I got more signups coming in by emails now, which is awesome. But this is just, I know we're just getting started. I know we got some all-in members that are watching live right now. I know we got, I'll probably miss them, but I know we got Don and Tony and Laura and Carlos and Michael's watching. They're all in. Some of them even already got business class. So, man, we're taking this serious. And we're just getting started here. So thank you so much for being here. If you would just kind of really give everybody a snapshot of who you are, where you've been, and then, and what's the deal with Heal, man? Why is everybody so excited? And why is this a passion and project and excitement and everything for 2020, man? Just let everybody have it.
Thank you so much, Daniel. I was excited to do this, and it was coming when Paulo first asked me, he said, hey, can you speak at 9 o'clock? And I'm like, yeah, let's make it happen. I knew I was going to be on the live in the Facebook group until about 9:30. So I'm glad this all worked out, but I really wanted to do it because I just saw your tenacity and I heard your story and I immediately connected with you. I knew that you would bring in some great people and I wanted to be able to serve you all who are watching this and to help you, you know, whatever your dream is, I want to help you achieve it. That was the fundamental question of Heal. And that I asked myself in the very beginning, you know, Stephen, what do you really want out of life? And that moment when I was walking down the beach in Hawaii, when the answer was so simple, I just want to be happy. And it was kind of like, wait, that's it? You know, isn't there more layers to this? And then I just said, well, what is happy to you? And it was living a healthy, energetic, abundant life. Heal a healthy, energetic, abundant life. Because I was sick for so long, or I struggled for so long, you know, to get my life in order. I just wanted health, you know, because when you're not healthy, you're not happy. And I wanted to be healthy first and foremost because I watched people get sick and die. My best friend died from cancer, but also throughout my life for 16 years, I had drug and alcohol problems. I was a partier, I gambled, and I lived this chaotic, stressful life. So at that point, I'm like, I just want to be healthy. I don't need all that stress or all that anxiety anymore. And that was really one of the fundamental things. But energy was something so important to me because I was always tired. You know, I felt kind of like I was lacking in that energy and that drive for life. And in many ways, it turned into laziness and I wasn't motivated because I didn't know what I wanted out of life. I had lost my vision. I had lost my clarity and my dream. So I wanted that energy so I could get creative to create my dream. And I just needed to discover what it was. And I wanted abundance because people like talked about abundance and I saw rich people and I had experience when I was, you know, around 20, 21, I had some money that was rolling in and I lost it all. And then 25, I had money coming in and then I lost it all. And then when I was about, you know, 29 or 30, I had some more money and it just seemed to disappear so fast. And I was like, why am I always broke? And I had money, but I was also broke. And I realized like I didn't want to be broke anymore. I needed abundance. I needed money to come into my life every single day. And originally my dream was just to be able to work, live, and travel the world. Because I was like, I want to see the world, but I can't do it because I'm always broke. And so I needed some sort of mission and some sort of business model that helped, you know, feed that need inside of me. So about 10 years ago, I was introduced to this thing called the internet, right? And what happened was I was sitting in a cubicle, like, I don't know who's watching this, but I'm sure if you've had a job or you've probably, you know somebody who's worked in a cubicle. I was in the cubicle and I was on a phone and I was supposed to be like, you know, calling people and cold calls and it was super uncomfortable. And I was, you know, I didn't like doing it, but I needed a job and they would pay me like a little bit per hour. And then if I made a sale, I would get paid more money. And the guy next to me said, hey, you know, can I talk to you after work? I want to show you something. I said, sure. He goes to me, hey, I want to give you $100 next Tuesday. And I want you to introduce me on a webinar. I'm like, what is a webinar? Yeah, I never even heard of webinar. So anyhow, he gives me $100 and he's like, all right, put a real bright light in your face and like put a suit and tie on and introduce me. And I did it and I was horrible at it, but he gave me the $100. He said, you did a great job. Would you do it again next week? I'm like, dude, this, you know, sure, I'll do it again next week. So I did it again next week. And about 4 weeks into it, I'm like, I am so bad at this because I would get nervous and felt weird. And I was in front of this screen and I was like pushed up against the wall, kind of like I am now without the flag behind me. And the crazy thing is every week he's like, you did so good. And will you do it again? And I was just like, this guy's kind of weird, you know, like, what is he doing? And about a month into it, he says, all right, I want to hire you to do the webinar. So I was just kind of seeing how you would do. And I want you to do this whole webinar like you've seen me doing, and I'll pay you $25 a sale. I was like, I don't think I can do that. I don't know what to say. I'm not good at this. He's like, all I want you to do is smile and just talk through the thing. So long story short, I ended up doing that for 2 years and I would make $25 a sale. So I was making about $1,000 a week and I would work 1 hour a week. At that point, I was like, I don't ever want this to end. And I never thought it would end. And the company sold. And when it sold in like 2011, I was like, all right, all I want to do now is figure out how to have this sort of lifestyle where I could work 1 hour a week, if you will, and make $1,000 a week. Because at that point I could go wherever I wanted to go and kind of travel around. So I started to dive into all sorts of affiliate companies, network companies, direct marketing, how to make a website. I try to learn anything and everything. And you might be able to relate with me in this point is I kind of had to start over again in life, and I started to get some success. I had a big why that was I can't eat and I have nowhere to live and I have no money and I have no car and I have no way to pay any bills. That was my, I had to make it happen. I was virtually homeless, and I would get some success. Money was rolling in, I'm doing better. And then out of nowhere, the company would change something. Genealogy changed, structure changed, something changed overnight that was out of my control. And I was like, oh man. So the first time it happened, I thought it was just maybe one of those things that happened. By about the third time it happened, I said, I really don't trust these companies. It's hard to trust this. And I started to realize there was a big difference between a marketer and an owner of a company. The owner of the company was typically look for what? The profit, the bottom line. The marketer was trying to build up the brand. And I said, this isn't really fair because the marketers, in theory, the affiliates, distributors, they're the ones doing that bulk of, they're driving the business. They're bringing in all the people. So around 2014, I was so frustrated with this industry in a whole, and every company seemed to be the same to me. What they marketed, I didn't really believe in it. Then I couldn't trust the company. So I said, all right, I got to find a company that I could really do that I believed in. And I looked all over the world. I worked for different companies as consultants. I worked for different CEOs. I was affiliate distributor. I could not find a company that I felt had to have what I needed. And all I really wanted was simple. It was very simple. I wanted a company that first and foremost focused on people and a transformation, that helped people live a better life, have health, wealth, love, happiness, faith, family, fun, have a true transformation to have, healthy life, energetic, abundance, a good lifestyle. I also wanted something that rewarded me as an affiliate on every part of the company. Because what I noticed was I would bring people to events, or I would sell the shirts or the hats, but they wouldn't reward us. We wouldn't make any money. The company always would. And I knew the model in and out. So I said, it should be fair that the affiliates should be able to get some of it. But none of the companies were doing that. And hardly any of the companies had products that really help people. So I was kind of a little frustrated. I said, all right, I'll just start my own company. And I thought it was going to be an easy thing I could do in a short amount of time. I drained all of my money. I literally on systems and software and making tracking and getting attorneys. And in 2015, I was flat broke. I had lost everything. I was in Hawaii. At one point I was sleeping in a shed. And then I moved from the shed to my car. My van broke down. I moved into a tent, and I was out of money completely. And I was just like, all right, I could hide it and act like I'm successful, or I could capture it and be real. And that was a big shift in my life. I said, it's time to be authentic and transparent and raw. So I started to video all these videos that I now have inside of our in our all-in program and our I Am challenge. And I was like, here I am, I'm starting over, I'm living a humble life, but I'm never gonna give up, and I'm gonna make it happen. And I believe in my dream. And I kept fighting for it, But sometimes in life, you have to take a step away or a step back, and you have to recenter so you can come back full throttle. And that's what I did. So I took a step away and I humbled myself to the lowest core. I got a job for $10 an hour at Vail Resorts. I lived in employee housing, and this was 2016. I remember walking down the mountain one day and I said, I'm going to buy a ClickFunnels account so I can start a website, because I didn't want to give up, but I didn't have anything and I had lost all my money. And I went down there and I made this little website, and I spent 2 weeks doing it, and it was ugly. It didn't look good, but I got a couple customers that paid like $9.97 a month, and they really loved it because it added value what they were doing. So I just was putting this together, and I was like, all right, I got like 10 customers and I got 20. And I said, there's maybe a possibility of this here. And long story short, I just, I felt like it was in the wrong place to really build something. So I said I needed to go back home. And when I got back home, I just felt inside that I needed to travel because that was my original dream. So I took the last few dollars I had and I started traveling around the world. And literally with $1.71 in my bank account on January 20th, 2018, I landed in Bangkok, Thailand. I had never been there. It's because I saw my friend Jabril, who made a video about traveling there, and you could live there. It's really affordable. So I landed there with $1.71 in my bank account. And 7 days later, I discovered a health product that changed my health, and I became the exclusive distributor of the product. We ended up selling $500,000 of the product in the first year, had no website, no list, no savings account. At that time, my following was very little to nothing because I had no business going on for a long time. And anybody knew me was the guy who was always trying to do something that was never anything, you know, and people start to make fun of you and friends start to say it's never going to work and family, and you have to deal with all that. But I had tenacity, drive, and hunger and focus. And because I was self-taught, I had learned how to make my own marketing system. I had to learn how to do some of the tracking, some of the emails, how to make the videos, how to edit the videos, how to do the music, you know, how to do Facebook Lives. And I just kept putting the pieces of the puzzle together. And if I go back to the very beginning, it was because that friend who said, hey, can I hire you for $100 an hour, when I was horrible, but I kept doing it. And he said, just smile, just smile, just smile, and keep showing up. And that was the formula for success. Smile and show up. And I kept doing that consistently till I had some traction. And fortunately, because of tenacity, back in October of this year, just now 3 months ago, I said, let's go back to the original vision and launch Heal the Right Way and do this on a digital platform. Let's create an incredible dashboard, you know, really simple to use. So people that are in startup mode that are brand new could come in and win, but also something for the highest level advanced marketers in the world, that they would have everything that they need, that they would have all the tools, all the tracking, everything in one area that was easy to use, with all the videos, all the marketing, everything laid out. And so we worked day and night to make this happen and launched it on October 3rd of this year. And the success was incredible. And the first month we had 1,000 people who became a Heal VIP. And for all of you who are listening to this, and I'm almost done. So what's so crazy about it is this: for 5 years, there was no success. If you look at my merchant accounts, there's nothing, $0. But in that 1 month, we were able to do the same amount as the previous 18 months of selling one product. And then because we had a foundation, and that's what Paulo and Daniel were just talking about, a foundation. There was roots below the ground. It's like the story of the bamboo tree, that all the growth is below the surface for the first 5 years. You can't see anything. There's an underground success story going on. But because in the marketplace, people saw me as someone who added value, who spoke honestly with integrity, who was super transparent, didn't care about lying, who shared a similar story of disappointment as an affiliate, who someone would help the affiliates first, made sure that customers were always taken care of. People saw that and they're like, look, that's what we need. That's what we want. When the money element was connected to that, all the pieces started to align, because we paid affiliates out on time. We took care of the affiliates. We made sure that you earned the lion's share because you were promoting it. You were working hard, that you had a lifetime customer, that you had all the tools to market, that our products were unique, that they added value to people's life. And so all of a sudden, you know, like today, for example, today, like as I'm speaking, was our biggest day yet. We've cleared over 40,000 in revenue today. And I'm the guy that a year and a half ago, I had $1.71 in my bank account. So I share that with you to let you know that in life, when you have a dream and you persevere through it, you might be like the bamboo tree, and your success is going to skyrocket. So you might not have a huge following or a big list right now or a lot of money, but if you show up with $1 and you're hungry and you say, okay, I want to do this, I want to make this happen, we put all of it together for you to succeed at the highest and greatest level. And one thing that everyone's saying is like, this is a fresh breath of air. Another thing that everybody's saying is, this is the type of thing I was always looking for. Another thing that people are saying is, when I first watched that video, I felt something different. And what I feel that is like, inside of us, in our hearts and in our minds, we have a dream, we have desire. And the dream and the desire, when they connect with something else that somebody else is doing, we feel kindled in a way, like we are connected to that person. So right when Daniel shared his story with me, I'm like, it's like I've known him forever. I've known his family, and I'm part of their life because we share a similar hunger and desire for our family's well-being, for our health, for our good energy, to be happy, to have mission, to have purpose, to be prosperous, to be abundant, to succeed. And so it's like my dream come true, because now I get to work with great people like you who are watching this, and I get to hear your story and your dream and help you achieve it. And so we laid out a platform that's so powerful, and it's a real transformational movement. We receive 30, 40 stories a day of real, I'm talking suicide to like, hey, I'm doing the best I've ever done before, to, you know, like I was about to, like, I was literally bankrupt in every sense of the word, to I'm making money every single day, to my health was deteriorated at the lowest level, like I was not going to make it, till I'm energized, I feel good. I was depressed, now I feel great every single day. It's because of the collaboration of things, the content, the community, the commerce. That's all business is. It's content, community, commerce. And we nail all three of those out of the park. And we do this in a great way that I believe it's a forward movement. This isn't something of the past. Everything we have is relevant today and moving forward. So the marketing is relevant today and moving forward. The emotional mastery is something that's timeless, that everybody needs to have emotional mastery. You know, because I had a life of guilt, stress, anxiety, doubt, insecurities, depression. You know, those things hold us back. So you have to have a breakthrough in those. And in our products, we help people with those so they can overcome those and become their greatest and focus on their dream, so they can have financial stability in their life, which we all deserve. So I'm excited that we're just getting started. If you're watching this, what I think is really cool about it is your timing, because you basically came into the, like today, which is December 10th, is the best day you could have come to this company ever. Like for the last 5 years, you would have probably got here and be like, all right, can you get it together already? Or even if you would have came a month ago, there was things that we were putting together just a month ago because we were getting feedback from Paulo Barroso and other Daniel and other experts who were like, all right, let us get all the feedback and let's make the changes. And so today you begin and you pioneer on a new business, a new journey of life, and it's the best possible day. We have everything in place for you so you can have a truly remote, reliable, and ready to go business. So you would have the ability to take this business with you anywhere in the world, a business that's forward thinking about helping people, you know, physically, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, mindset, and financially, and also in a way that has this powerful transformational community, like unlike anything I've ever been a part of. So when I'm in the community, people are always lifting up one another. And what's cool about it for you, if you're a marketer, you just literally get to share this and plug people into the community. The community is going to go to work for you. I mean, they're going to tell stories for you. They're going to talk to the people for you. They're going to become their best friends for you. So you plug people into that community. And that's what we tell everyone. Just share your story, you know, share your dream with us, and we'll show you how to achieve it. So we got something phenomenal here. We're just getting started. And one last thing, like you see this shirt I'm wearing, a heel shirt. We pay commissions on shirts. We're going to have a backpack and a backpack bundle, hats, hoodies, anything heel branded, anything within heel in the marketplace, we pay commissions on anything. So you understand, the only thing there's no commissions on is memberships. It's illegal, so you know, to pay a commission on a membership. But the cool part about it is we don't have a big membership fee or cost. And we're going to let you start right now today without paying a membership cost. So you don't have to worry about that. And with events, we have the event model for next year that's already set for our epic events. When you invite somebody to an event, you get paid a commission. So when you bring your friends or you invite people, you fill the seats, you get paid a commission. Shirts, backpack, hats, digital products, tangible products, anything we have in the heel marketplace. And our mission and our vision next year, 2020, that's beyond business, that I think some of you will really love, is to helping the youth and helping kids. We're going to go to Indonesia. There's this thing called Dream School. We're going to basically help build Dream School. There's 80 students there now. They pay for tuition by picking up trash. They don't have computers or electronics or things that we take for granted. That's one of the areas we're going to start with. We're going to go into different places and help the youth build up skills so the future generation will have the ability to create their own economy and not suffer because of the economy that they live in. And we're going to help give them the tools and the strength and the support and the leadership to make that happen. And we do that through a nonprofit that we created in 2017 called Heal Worldwide. So it's great. It's a good business model that really helps people first and foremost. And we focus on our affiliates, you know, making sure, because I'm the guy who was the affiliate, and I make sure, like, it's in every decision that I make. How will this help the affiliates? How will this help the people that are building this brand with us? How will this help the people that are out there sharing the message, spending your time, your energy? And so that was like that's my pledge to people, is if you stick with me, you're never going to experience the disappointments that I did as a marketer. And you're not going to wake up one day and say, hey, why did they do that? How could someone even do that? And I knew that we needed a company like that in the world today that would put you first and foremost, because your time is invaluable and your business and your success is what we thrive on and we work towards. And I believe that the business model speaks for themselves. That's why we've attracted some of the best marketers in the world, like you, Daniel, like Paula, you just heard from, and I'm sure like many of your guests who are watching this. So I look forward to getting to know you, and I encourage you. We just released the business class today, and it's just helping you go up in life to go to the next level. So it was kind of like an experience. You know, Heal VIP is a very important passenger. And then when business class, as you move up in life, and then first class will be released next year, because we wanted it to be that kind of experience that everyone loves to travel or to go somewhere in life. The thing is, we don't like to travel when we're broke or we're stressed out because we got to go to work and it's annoying. We don't want to spend money. So we like to travel when we have things intact so we can really enjoy the experience of life. And we want you to go on a travel with us, go on a journey, a destination with Heal. And I appreciate everybody for letting me share. My name is Stephen Amundsen again. I'll be in the community and I look forward to seeing you at the events next year.
Awesome, man. Just thank you so much for being here. And I know, guys, everyone that's watching here on the Facebook Live, do me a favor, throw some hearts, some likes, throw a hashtag Stephen down below and just let him know how much you appreciate it. I appreciate you being here. And I just want to let everybody know too, everything that you heard, everything that Stephen talked about, you guys right now can, somewhere above or below this video is a link. You guys can click the link, create a free account. I'm not even saying sign up. I'm not saying like put your wallet away. I mean, if you want to join, you can, but like get in there and go see the Heal story. Go see it for yourself. Go get in there and be part of the community. Join the Facebook group and just really see what this is all about. Do your due diligence and just see if this is a fit for you, because I know for me, and one of the things that just really stuck out to me, like the heart, I don't know if you guys can see this, but like the hearts and likes are blowing up there. I can't, the light's a little weird, but for me, somebody had said that this is a transformational opportunity, not a transactional opportunity. And I've been part of transactional opportunities where it's all about the sign up. It's like line them up and sign them up, line them up and sign them up. And that's not even close to what Heal is all about. Heal has just 100% been for me a transformational opportunity. And the more and more I get involved, the more and more I love it. And I can tell from the comments that are coming in here that, you know, everybody is loving what you have to say. Everyone's loving the story, loving the vibe, loving the mission, loving where this is going. And I know that everybody watching this wants to live their best life in 2020. And that's really why we're here, just to give you guys the tools, the education, the know-how, and ultimately the support to get out there and go live your best life. So I think we're good, unless, you know, Paulo or Stephen, you have anything else to add or any words of encouragement or anything else. We'll call it a night.
Yeah, just, you know, finish strong. It's like the end of the year is when a lot of people get stagnant and they kind of hibernate. And that's why we wanted to kind of ramp things up. And I want to finish, this decade has been filled with everything you can imagine in business and life and relationships and health. I've experienced from the deepest, darkest struggles and tragedies to the biggest triumphants. So I didn't want to end this decade hibernating. Like I wanted to end the decade like ramping up into peak performance, into ultimate happiness, you know, taking care of the things that cause me stress, getting rid of debt, and, you know, getting my business and my life aligned. Because I want to go into a new decade in peak performance. I don't want to be the person starting out January 1st, getting back into the gym, kind of regretting how I was over the holidays. Like, I want to come into the first of the year feeling the best I've ever felt in my life, and surrounded with people that are like striving to go further and further. So I encourage you, like Daniel said, it's real easy. When you go in, you create a free account on his link. It says Heal Stories on the side, and you can see when I started, the idea came in 2013 with my brother Paul and I, and it shows you 2014 through now, like actual photos that I posted online that I was doing. So you can kind of see that journey and explore it. And then we got a lot of videos you can look at. They're inspiration, motivation, helping with the mindset and personal and professional development. So you can go through that. You can get in the Facebook group and look at the units and see the dollar and the dream element that I talk about, or some of the different styles that we use for marketing or helping people. And I just already know that the people that take a look at it that are meant to be here, you're gonna know. You're gonna feel it on the inside and say, this is really cool. Like, this is what I would want to do with my life. And the fact that I can, you know, be part of this incredible community with great people. Most people are like, this is the thing I've always wanted. So I encourage you to finish your year strong. So 2020, we can like break bread and travel around the world. We had a whole map behind us, and I want to travel all around the world again and meet everybody and do epic events and, you know, get to know people that are, you know, really succeeding and achieving great things and helping one another. So Daniel, thank you very much. Paulo, I appreciate it, brother. It was awesome. And I'm looking forward to meeting everybody else who watched this live.
Awesome. Well, appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. Everybody that's watching right now, again, throw some hearts and likes for Stephen and Paulo. Absolutely awesome job, guys. Great golden nuggets. And Stephen, really appreciate you sharing your story. Paulo, you as well. And just explaining to everybody why we're so excited. So guys, plain and simple. You have absolutely zero excuses right now. Click the link above or below this video. Create your free account, get in the back office, explore, and you will not be disappointed. You will absolutely love it, and be part of this transformation in 2020. We're going to help you guys live your best life. Other than that, again, guys, thank you so much. Signing off. We will see you guys on the next live. And as always, go live your best life. We will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.
See you soon.